Good morning, everyone. I have a late start today. It's supposed to rain again, but it looks sunny out there right now. Yes, yeah. The day yesterday just went by like this with the children. I have to say, it's just, gosh, I just enjoy being around my grandchildren and that other little boy. Just, they're so intelligent. Just, uh, and it's interesting. They come up. We played Simon Says yesterday, and it was so funny. It was so funny. Kind of reminded me of other uh, children's games that I used to play as a child, with other people and other children, and yep, yep, it's fun. Children enjoy it. It's yep, right. Yes. Well, anyway, let's get going since I am a little late today, and it looks like this is a really short one. Joshua 16, the tribe of Ephraim. The portion of the sons of Joseph started on the east at the Jordan opposite Jericho, the waters of Jericho, through the desert rising from Jericho into the highlands of Bethel. From Bethel it went to Luz, and on towards the frontier of the Archites at Ataroth. Then passed downwards and westwards to the frontier of the Japhetites. 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 I have no idea. As far as the border of Lower Beth Horon and on to Gezer, and reached as far as the sea. Such was the heritage of the sons of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim. Oh, two tribes. As regards the territory of the sons of Ephraim by clans, the frontier of their heritage ran from Ataroth Arach to upper Beth Horon. The frontier then reached as far as the sea, the Michmetat in the north, and the frontier turned east to Tanat Shelah, which it crossed in an easterly direction to Yanoah. It ran down the Ataroth and Narad, touched Jericho, and ended at the Jordan. From Tapua, the frontier ran westwards to the torrent of Kanah and reached as far as the sea. Such was the heritage of the tribe of the sons of Ephraim by clans, apart from the towns reserved for the sons of Ephraim inside the heritage of the sons of Manasseh, all these towns and their villages. The Canaanites living in Gezer were not driven out. They have remained in Ephraim to the present day, but are obliged to do forced labor. Oh, that's it. Done for today already. Interesting. Yesterday was a holiday. Juneteenth. One could say a lot to that holiday in a way, right? It's sad we even have to have a holiday like that. Don't understand that. It's where are people's minds, right? And anywhere in the world when it comes to right, forcing people to do certain things for no apparent reason except for you've been conquered, right? Yes, you've done nothing. You haven't done any crimes. You've not, right? Yes. And again here, well, the Canaanites. Now, from the way I grew up with the stories like that, right? Yes, there is the story on how they got into into that town with the Canaanites and what they did there, the Israelites. We haven't gotten there yet, it seems like. But that's the first time that they mentioned, oh, in that particular place they were Canaanites, and they just absorbed them, and they had to do forced labor. I don't know what that means at that time. I think that a holiday like Juneteenth is a victory not just for, right, what it stands for the black people. Right? It's a victory for all of us here. Right? Yes, I feel as a white person, though I wasn't born in this country, I have no ancestry in this country at all, right, that have come here, and I came here nearly 40 years now, 40 years ago, and started a family here, children, and just now built up something out of just basically nothing. And us, this melting pot that the USA should be showing the world and how you can live together as people. Right? Very much intrigued me, and then I joined a church where intermarriages and you're supposed to, okay, if everybody is mixed suddenly, right, then how are you going to point the finger at anybody, right? Yes, because it exists in your own family. I think the Juneteenth is a holiday that should be celebrated together, united. Yeah, yes, it shouldn't just be for one part of our population. And we should all rejoice that, okay, that's a sad part of our history here too. Just sad. It's just wrong. It was wrong. It was not right. I think we recognize that, right? And yet here again in the Old Testament, what do we come across? God's people, conquering everyone. Then you're, as a people that's been living somewhere for a long time, suddenly subjected to forced labor. Doesn't quite make sense, does it? Again, how would God love to see us celebrate Juneteenth all together? It's a victory. It was a victory for all of us who feel that no, you don't lord over any other human being in that way. You just don't. It'd be nice, right? Yes. And so that's how I celebrated Juneteenth yesterday. I want to be a part of all that. I don't just want to, again, be on the fringe of it. That, well, that's just for certain people here in the United States, and as if that people all did it on their own, which they didn't. Yes, a lot of other people were involved in all that and given their lives as well, right? Yes, it's true, isn't it? Yeah. So, I like the fact that we have that holiday, and I'd like to give it myself some for next year. And I give it a little thought. Yes, how would spirit world, how would God like to see me celebrate Juneteenth? Yes. A little odd one. But then my mind has kind of been in a little bit in an odd space with a lot of different things, right? Yes. It is what it is out there. also I find it sad in a way on how June seems to be such an explosive month now with all these different things going on out there that I can't stand behind. I just can't. It's like, this is just destructive. This isn't building up on anything. And sadly, that holiday, Juneteenth, kind of is getting lost now. Again, it's why is everything going so backwards? This is a holiday that we should have barbecues, this, that, and celebrate. That's what I call celebrating the unity in this country of people. Right? Yes, another step forward on restoring something and to acknowledge that holiday as together, the whole United States. Right? Yes, we started out on bad footing when it came to that, but it went somewhere right. Yes, there's still more restoring to do, I think. So I think one thing that one doesn't quite understand when it comes to the spirit nature of all of us is that pain lingers for a long time, right? And that pain is inherited also by the descendants, right? And it's difficult to digest. But I think altogether, if we just realize that people were hurt badly here, and it wasn't just the black people, right? Yes, many other races or the people that were here first, Native Americans. Again, where does our restoration lead when it comes to all that? We want to segregate ourselves out even more, right? Because we all have these different problems and this not going on. Or do we really become one under the umbrella of God and try to, okay, your family's been really hurt in the past. You may have nothing to do with it, but still carry that pain with you, that discontent with you, right? And just acknowledge that and celebrate freedom altogether as a good thing. Also, when one has gained freedom, what does one do with it? Right? Yes. It's interesting to me that people who have near-death experiences and then experience certain things come back to this world, their outlook changes. And they're trying to, oftentimes, they try to teach now. This is what I experienced. I came back. I live again. I've got that freedom one more time. What do I do with it? I think it's with many different things, the same thing in this country. Freedom is gained, right? Then what do we do with it? It should always run into the positive, right? Regardless. Yeah. So we shouldn't let the few that, again, their agenda is just what it is. What are you going to do? We shouldn't let them keep the rest of us going in the right direction of unity. Yes. Anyway, so many good people in this country. Really, there are. And that's what I like to stand behind. Done. Don't have much else to say. Again, when these holidays come around, certain things that then in a way really explode in our country. I mean, explode. It's celebrated by many people, this and that. And then there is this undercurrent going as well that it's not so great. Right? I feel it. It's always, I feel it. And it's just, it's just, one struggles with again, what is it? What is it that someone like me experiences that? Right? It's still the undercurrent, right, of ancestors still struggling as well in spirit world, right? And then the descendants still struggle here, right, on earth, right? And many different places in the world it is the same thing. Here we're a melting pot, so there are other issues that come up as well, like skin color. No, no more of that. Okay? There's too many people in this country here that have more than one nationality, more than one race, within their own DNA now. Yes? Anyway. Uh, it is what it is. Some people say, this is easy for you to say. No, it's not. It's not easy for me to say. So many areas in spirit world, or spirit world touches me, and so many different areas where, what am I supposed to do about it? Except for, again, let me absorb some of this pain. Let me absorb some of the discontent, unhappiness that I'm feeling coming from spirit world about certain things still. Right? And if I do that, maybe then there is room for what? True freedom. Anyway, I saw one. It's a short little thing. Well, it's Jesus or nothing. It kind of is. God or nothing. Yes. Still searching for that proper path for us all to take together. So it'd be sad if suddenly, because of what June, the month of June, has become for many people, Juneteenth just kind of disappears. I saw one thing about Juneteenth. One. The rest of it was all about the other stuff. I wonder if people even know what Juneteenth is all about. Right? Yes. Okay, well, there it is. My prayers go out to all the families here in the United States that have slavery in their ancestry. And where in slavery, forced labor, that self-worth is just destroyed. It gets destroyed. Right? If someone like me has never experienced slavery or had it in their ancestry, with those Swiss people, they were also under a certain type of forced existence through another people or another country invaded, or they were a part of until they became independent. Yes, but if someone like me, as I said, doesn't have that part in their history, then otherwise, how must it be for the people that experience that? Just absolute injustice, being trampled on like that, and knowing this can't be right. Why are people doing this to us? This can't be right. This is not how you treat human beings. Yes? So one can't just shovel it under the rug either. It's still present. Either in we made good use of that freedom, or can't get out of it and are treating people with a certain right just as bad as their ancestors were treated at one point. It can go one or the other way. It's not the truth. Main thing, we should all take care of each other. Right? Yes, we are at the point now. Yeah, so much to restore. It is just what it is. So, yep, I'm kind of in a place of not sure. It's just feel really sad. Feel sad, but I also hope that we can do all together better in the future. Under what? Of course, the umbrella of God. Knowing what the right thing is. All together. Okay. All right, all right. Mantra. The mantra. That's all I have to say today. That's a short one. Maybe it needs to be just a short one. And just one little topic here. Little, it's a big topic to me in many ways. Yes. And I like to see June become the month of Juneteenth. Yeah. A holiday. That's, I think, really important. It's an important holiday. A good reminder for all of us in this country. As if we do a good job, then again we'll be a good example for the rest of the world where people still do suffer like that. They do. It's still going on. Yes. Okay. I feel like that's the best that we can do. We should do our best. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to you all another time.